You're watching Wall Street Confidential. I've got a list here of some stocks that are defying gravity. We're going to go through just one in this video, so that means you have to click for more. So that's my tease, and I'm going to say Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Jim. We're going to combine those two.
These stocks are doubling. Now, first, understand that they can double because you're not allowed to short them. So there's people, uninformed speculators coming in and buying them, saying that Fannie and Freddie, particularly Fannie, have a gigantic portfolio of mortgages. If the plan passes, that value of that portfolio is going to go up dramatically because this is going to put an end to foreclosures. I mean, it's going to slow them down to the point where we're going to be able to, even with the dreadful numbers that I expect for August and September in terms of foreclosures, we'll do okay. Now, these are being viewed as calls on the plan passing, and what I want to point out is they're not calls on the future of Fannie and Freddie. There is so much subordinated there's so much debt ahead of this common stock that the uninformed people are thinking that these companies' common stocks will now be made whole by this. The common stock's not meant to be made whole. So, I mean, maybe it's possible that we have house price appreciation, sudden house price appreciation, everything comes back, and Fannie and Freddie, even the tail end, benefits. But, you know, I don't think it's an informed bet on Fannie and Freddie's survival as we know it. I think it's an informed bet on the plan passing, but it was a better bet yesterday when they were one. I mean, now that they're up so much, what's going to happen is if the plan passes, they'll probably go down almost immediately after a spike up as people come in and say, oh, that's a good idea by Fannie, and all these people who bought it now will flip it. So, you know, I just keep in mind that this is a lottery ticket, but that the lottery ticket's odds were much better yesterday than they are today.
All right, I might be totally off here, but because now the government has assumed so much of Fannie and Freddie that if you buy the common, isn't it kind of like buying a bond or something that's backed by the federal government?
The common is not backed.
Okay.
And I think the common was just a way for Goldman to buy. I mean, for the government to buy the companies. There isn't any, and there is a great income stream with Fannie and Freddie. Look, I have to just tell you, Fannie and Freddie should never have been nationalized. You know, the government had said that they were absolutely fine. The government panicked as part of what I call this Kesselschlacht, where this battle of encirclement.
Say that 10 times.
Yep, the battle of the encirclement by the annihilation battle of the encirclement by the shorts, where they just drove it down. The government panicked. This is a shame because these companies should have been allowed to have forbearance, and this began the process that then gave us Lehman and then gave us AIG. But you can't roll back the clock. But I do believe that these are worthless because if the housing comes back and Fannie and Freddie come back, there's just so much debt in between this and the common that this is just kind of a wild call option, and it's better if it's $1 than $2.
All right, thanks very much. And we've got more of these defying reality stocks, and next is perhaps the nuttiest in the group. Thanks very much. You're watching Wall Street Confidential. Stay tuned.